Welcome to the Higher Education and Human Development Southern Research Group at the University of the Free State. My name is Professor Melanie Walker and I hold a South African research chair. I established and lead the research group. Our group works with capabilitarian theories to research well-being, agency, and human development facing transformations in the higher education space across sub-Saharan Africa. We are concerned with the university as a space to make and to do justice. Over 10 years, we have built an international reputation and profile for the rigor, originality, and creativity of our research. We have graduated 20 PhD students since 2013 and have 5 more currently busy with their research. Capacity building for the region is a key element of our work. We also host around 6 postdoctoral fellows in any year, working on books from their PhD research and new projects, together with 2 senior researchers, Dr. Mikateko Mathebula and Dr. Faith Mwananzi. Our core funding is provided by the National Research Foundation through my own research chair, as well as generous UFS funding for PhD and postdoctoral fellowships. In addition, we have secured external funding over the years from the British Council, DFID, the ESRC, the British Academy, STINT, Cadesria, and Erasmus 20+. We run a successful bi-weekly series of brown bag talks and a research seminar series every year, as well as colloquia from time to time. I'm enormously proud of what we have built here as a South-based decolonial research group, of its quality and of our myriad achievements.
Hello, my name is Bertha Kibona. I'm a postdoctoral researcher at the center. My research interest focuses on the developmental role of African universities, specifically drawing from the Tanzanian context. In my research, I've used the capability approach as a normative framework to understand what universities can do to individuals and the broader society. The capability approach allowed me to broaden the knowledge on the role of universities by looking at what students and graduates value and the factors that allow or constrain them to achieve what they value. Therefore, the capability approach enables us to appreciate the value of universities regarding the economic, social, and political freedom to improve the lives that people value. For more comprehensive information, my thesis is available in our website. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Carmen Martinez Vargas. I am a postdoctoral research fellow in this center. My work focuses on the intersection of participatory approaches, the colonial thinking, and the capability approach in the context of global higher education. The capability approach is a substantial theoretical framework to inform and reinforce participatory practices given the many limitations imposed by Western institutional standards. Besides that, the capability approach from its incomplete ontological ground offers us a more critical frame to understand the complexities between Western thinking and indigenous cultural local knowledges. That is why I believe this research line is not only needed from a participatory perspective, but it is rather an essential aspect that needs more attention in capabilitarian scholarship, especially to foster real plurality in higher education studies. This is what I refer to as pluriversity instead of university, enabling ecologies of knowledges as part of my monograph, Democratizing Participatory Research, Pathways to Social Justice from the South. Thank you.
I'm Fenella, a postdoctoral research fellow at the center. My PhD research was on graduate employability, with a specific focus on the context of private higher education in South Africa. I wanted to find out how employable graduates from private higher education institutions really are. I used the concepts of the capability approach to frame my data collection and analysis in order to understand the choices graduates have made, the opportunities that higher education afforded them, and how these are realized in the workplace. Findings showed that employment outcomes are not equal for graduates.
Indeed, this corroborates what we already know from other research on graduate employability. However, the use of the capability approach in this study provided new insights in the form of being able to identify specific capabilities for employability and their related functionings, which are valued by graduates and fostered in and through higher education. In addition, the notion of conversion factors helped with the identification of various factors that played a role in influencing whether graduates were able to convert their higher education capabilities into functionings in the labour market or not. These insights are useful in arguing against the dominant human capital approach to graduate employability and for proposing suggestions as to what institutions might do differently if they take a human development approach to preparing all graduates as active participants in society. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Monique Quattro. I'm a Cameroonian feminist education researcher and currently a postdoctoral research fellow here with the Higher Education and Human Development Research Group. Being a part of this research group has put me in the best position to enable my understanding of the capability approach and human development framework. And I have found this framework to be extremely useful for evaluations of power, education, quality of life, human development in general. Being a broad, open-ended framework, however, the way my colleagues and I employ the capability approach differs. In my case, I have thus far infused or closed the open-ended framework by using African feminist thought to develop an original capability approach application, which makes for more sentient conceptualizations of empowering higher education for African women in general and Cameroonian women in particular.
Hi, my name is Faith Mwananzi, Senior Researcher at the Center. My work within higher education has generally centered on youth, migration, and development in sub-Saharan Africa. I am interested in bridging the gap between us academic researchers, development practitioners, governments, and civil society at large. One of the ways in which I advance the capability approach is through the conceptualization of a fourfold aspirations formation framework. Although I use data from migrant stories to come up with the conceptualization, it is widely applicable as the stories shared by the young people are common stories and resemble the everyday realities of people in the region. The formation is conceptualized within resigned, powerful, frustrated, and persistent aspirations. And it does this by capturing the interplay between capabilities, agency, and conversion factors at different levels of one's life. My book, published by Palgrave in 2019, which is Higher Education, Youth, and Migration in Context of Disadvantage, provides a detailed discussion on those aspirations and may be a great resource for those interested.
Hi, I'm Mikateko Mathebula, Senior Researcher at the Higher Education and Human Development Research Program at the University of the Free State in South Africa. My current project investigates the contribution that universities make to transforming rural communities by exploring, describing, and documenting through narratives and a capability analysis the post-university life trajectories of university graduates of rural origin. Prior to this, I worked on the Mirata project, which examined the factors and dynamics that influence the achievement of higher education learning outcomes for low-income youth who come from rural areas and townships. The research uniquely presents a capabilities-based theorization of learning outcomes in the form of normative capability domains that signal what valuable educational goods and processes are effectively available to low-income students. The capability domains range from narrative capability and practical reason to epistemic contribution and Ubuntu. The book based on this research is titled Low-Income Students, Human Development and Higher Education in South Africa: Opportunities, Obstacles and Outcomes. It is co-authored by Professors Melanie Walker, Monica McLean, as well as Dr. Patience Mukwambo and myself. To find out more about this project and the broader work we undertake here at the Higher Education and Human Development Research Group, please visit our website.